Well, good morning, viewers, and welcome to this morning's edition of Uncle Ron Buggers Up the Christmas breakfast in the morning. Oh, of course, it's not Christmas breakfast today. Silly me. It is bank holiday, the last bank holiday Monday breakfast of the year. So today we are going to compile a full English breakfast, but vegetarian twist. And we're going to start off with the most important ingredients for a full English breakfast, the baked beans. We find that when we have baked beans in the morning, that what the best option to do, or the best way to get the thickness of the sauce and the texture correct, is to actually cook them slowly in the saucepan on the hob, and then turn that hob off for a while you're cooking all the other ingredients to make this fine breakfast this morning. And then nearer the time of completion, you bring them back to the sizzle, and you'll find the sauce really thickens up. So we're going to start off our preparations this morning with the baked beans. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't just do any baked beans in this household. We do, of course, it has to be exactly. But we do not go for the full fat versions. We go for the no added sugar, because actually we believe that it tastes nicer. So it's one of your 5 a day. I believe that might be a half a tin. But for you greedy buggers out there like myself, if you have a whole tin, then you get 2 of your 5 a day. Bonus. So one of the important things about cooking baked beans is always making sure you stir the stir the beans within the saucepan to make sure that they don't stick and burn to the bottom, and there's nothing worse than something sticking to the bottom. What we're going to do now is we're going to start on the next preparations, which is going to be the vegetarian sausages. We're going to go for Linda McCartney's, good old Linda. And one of the things that we also must remember to do, Uncle Ron needs to do Ron. So in between the different ingredients that we're doing, as soon as we've got 1 or 2 seconds spare, then what we can do is we can do some star jumps, and we can alternate that with some squat thrusts as well. So always making sure that we keep our fitness levels going throughout the whole time. So what we find that putting the vegetarian sausages into a pan, we don't need any fat for these because quite frankly, they don't need it. So we're going to have, we're going to be greedy, we're going to have 2, I said 2 Linda McCartney sausages, and we're going to pop them down on the tray like that. So not like that, but like that, okay, just like that. I'll show you again, not like that, just like that. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop them into the oven that we've already preheated. And we're going to need to leave them in. Oh, don't forget to stir the beans. Nothing worse than something sticking to the bottom. And we're going to be cooking these this morning from frozen, and they are going to take 15 minutes. So for our next ingredients into our full English healthy vegetarian breakfast on this beautiful Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, the last one of the year. So we're going to have now some potato products, because obviously a full English without some potato products, well, certainly couldn't be a full English. Not a proper English anyway. So we're going to have some potato waffles. One of the key ingredients for a fine breakfast is the potato waffles, which sit perfectly under the baked beans. So we're going to have 2, I said that's 2 potato waffles, and we're going to place them nicely into a baking tray. But of course, no breakfast would be complete without hash browns. So we are going to now, we use, we found that these ones, the Harvest baskets, are very nice. They've got a beautiful texture, and also we find that They work out a lot cheaper than the McThingy-bobs that everybody knows, and these ones come from Lidl's in good old Crowthorne High Street. So we're going to have 2 hash browns. That's 2 hash browns, and we're going to pop them onto the tray like so. Now the hash browns, they take around about 20 minutes. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to find that actually under the grill is 8 minutes, of course. So we're going to pop them under the grill actually, and we're going to do that for around about 10 minutes. So we're going to get the grill pre-warmed. We're going to pop them underneath there. We're going to stir the baked beans. Oh, in the meantime, don't forget that we're going to do a couple more star jumps, and we're going to do a couple of squat thrusts. So while we're doing that, we'll pop the waffles and the hash browns under the grill. Run, 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 do run, run. Uncle Ron says, do run, 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 you do run, run. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You do run, 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 you do run, run. Okay, so don't forget to make sure you keep on stirring the baked beans, and also to check on the sausages and give them a turn once or twice. And that's of course in between doing your star jumps. So pot pickers, we have all of the ingredients on the plate now, and we've just got the final thing to do. We've got two things left to do. We've got the baked beans to place on top, and we've got the sauce to finish. We've got the sauce interference there. Young Ryan has woken up and is ready for the day ahead. So we're going to spin this down here. We've got the baked beans to nicely go across the waffles, and a little bit left over to just go around the sides and fill in any little gaps. So that looks absolutely delicious. And then of course the most important thing to really give it the final finish is the chili ketchup. So we want a nice dollop of chili ketchup, especially on the sausages. So we give a bit of that there, little squirt in there and there. And of course one final thing to do, we go over to the fridge. And we finish off the breakfast with a nice healthy cup of Carlton Smooth Pure Orange. Now, of course, we wouldn't do this on a regular basis, but because we've got the final bank holiday of the year, we thought it was worthy of celebrating. Whatever you're doing today, we hope it's a fabulous day, and hopefully you won't get burned with the sunshine. Take care. Pot pickers, we nearly forgot the key ingredients to finishing a full English breakfast is a slice of bread and butter to mop up the sauce. Most important. And today we're going to have a seeded bread, and we're going to have a pure dairy-free olive oil butter. But when we have butter, we insist that it has to be a decent portion. It's nothing worse than a dry piece of bread when you're mopping up. So we like to spread it into the corners. We don't do window cleaning on the ships here. We go right to the corners. And then there's a little technique here that we do. The technique is called the fold. So what we do is we do the fold, and once we've got the fold, we can swipe and eat.